Yee. Hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
Welcome back to the Principle of Talos, where we will be discussing the love of Jesus. Jesus, he do love. That man can do a lovin'.
He's cool, dude.
This so chat knows if you did not see my post everywhere. My headset arrived a little early. I've been doing that like basically all day.
And how does it feel?
It makes me happy.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, Rick has been extremely normal about the whole VR thing.
Okay. Let's sit here and actually think about this for a second. Open red. Then needs to close red and open blue.
Dragon says the Jonas virus is spreading. I'm honestly surprised that Rick hasn't tried this kind of stuff before.
I had thought about doing it before. I just wasn't sure I could really justify.
I think the kids say brain root these days as of a couple months or so.
I just really couldn't justify it until Jonas made me like really want to do it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to try because, you know, Jonas's friend, and I want to hang out with him.
What would a Jonas virus be like?
It has to cut it off completely, otherwise the blue is not going to do anything when I get over there.
Would the minions say geez all day?
Would I? Jeez. Or jeez.
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 Jeez Louise.
Yes, Boxer, Jonas is friend, not food. Well, my current VR avatar has very, very sharp teeth and can look somewhat disconcertingly frightening at will.
Well, I mean, the Straw Hats have choppers, emergency foods. What would be ours? Miller, I would say.
No, I am not food.
Emergency food.
Stop calling me nuggets or chicken wings.
Again, emergency
Friends and food are not mutually exclusive.
Big difference. It means we eat as a last resort, not just because we're hungry.
Not really any way to place it on top of that pillar, it looks.
Asher says Miller's new name is Nugs.
Chat, I am not tendies. I am not nugs. I'm a person. Don't eat me.
That just immediately reminds me of the... I don't know if I showed that to you. It's one of those Wizard Post shorts on YouTube.
What did he cast this
Post?
time?
No, it's... yeah, the cauldron. And he's explaining how to season it, and it cuts to inside the cauldron. There's a little imp inside it. He goes, "Stop telling them how to eat us!" And he goes, "Billy, I'm not telling them how to cook you. I'm telling them how to make you taste better when you're cooked. That's all." That's like my favorite one.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot. I don't know that one.
And this one is... I have a feeling I know what it wants me to do. I just can't brain my way around it. Because the theme of this entire pack has been interrupting the beam in very weird ways.
See, I don't know what the goal here is, because I just see, like, connect the blue output to the blue input.
Okay,
connect
so the
red
goal
output to the red
here...
input.
The goal here is I do this. It does that over there. Long time opens this door. I go this way. And then I need to open this door, but it needs to switch over to the blue in order to do it.
Can you connect the laser to the emitter over the grate somehow?
Over the grate? The lasers don't go through grates. They have to, it has to be glass.
Keep in mind I somehow cheesed the puzzle. At least I'm pretty sure that was not the intended solution.
Yeah.
Can you cross just one beam and over the pillar?
Cross just one beam. I don't know if you can cross just one beam. It's only one beam. Where is my brain right now? Has run away. Take a look at something else. Okay.
Your poor brain.
The third puzzle may be worse.
Okay, I'll look at the second one. He says the second puzzle may be even worse.
Possibly.
This one might actually be telling me what I need to do in the first one.
The titles usually help give a good clue.
Yeah, that's true. What was title? Clockwork.
Xer linked the basket of deep-fried Millers.
But does it want me to... If I do that, it'll never actually work anyway. This doesn't help. What am I thinking? Let me just take them all. Well, stop it. I'm gonna go learn why I can't do this. So I need to... have blue on and then off. Okay. Make that triangle again. How do you do that in a useful fashion?
There's a lot of sizzling. Ooh.
I don't know, but you're doing it in a pretty looking fashion.
Look at all the zigzaggy lines.
Come forth, Satan. No. Pastor says you can't make a try for us here, Rick.
Canadian Hyena, subscribe for 20 months. Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks.
Can't cut through 2 beams. I'm gonna fix that later. That doesn't make any sense. What if I put it in the middle? Still blocks the beam instead of doing anything useful with it. Literally one thing I need to do here. Trying to picture it.
Resetting the room may help you give a picture with its original state.
That. To wrap my brain around. Okay. So in the current state, the beams just kind of stop in the middle of cutting each other off, but I'm not sure how useful this is. What does it mean? Because again, I can't actually get it. Get any of the lasers through a beam. It just stops there. Until it's otherwise cut off from the third beam. Then it can go through. Whatever the solution is, I can't really see it with just 2. Okay. Goes over and it cuts off the other beam. And it stops there. That still doesn't do anything though. What if I just bring it closer?
Don't let that hurt your Italian heart, Frederick.
I have it rotating again, but
Does seem in general that lasers can't cut through a double beam.
you can't really cut through a beam is the problem. It's like the other two lasers blocking each other is what's supposed to create the opening. I still can't figure out how to create that mechanism, though. Actually, the interesting thing here is that while this is happening, the connectors aren't actually doing anything. So the question there is, what can I have them do? Man, I am drawing such a blank for this.
The gold door puzzles are such a difficulty spike.
Yeah, they are. That's why they're the gold door puzzles.
Yeah, this one's out of my depth. I don't know what to say.
Make it a Triforce.
No 21st.
Oh, homemade mozzarella. I've never tried making my own cheese.
Homemade mozzarella sounds very difficult.
Make the triangle as big as possible. I don't even think that's gonna... Actually, that makes the triangle much smaller. And also doesn't do anything. What if I could somehow bring these inside the triangles? I think I might have it. Connected to blue. That's red to blue. Blue. Green. Green. Red. Yes. Close.
Ooh.
Maybe move these out a bit. That does open up space there. It's not quite doing it though. Go back. Green to red.
Truly is the Elden Ring of puzzle games.
Green. have this incorrect again. Red emitter to blue. Blue emitter to green.
Anything you do would have to be trisymmetrical.
Yes. Just trying to keep it straight in my head. Okay, blue is going to green. Red is going to blue. Green is going red. And I can't remember why I did. I had it, and I can't do it again. Let's move the triangle up that way. I was trying to push the triangle inside.
Oh wait. I think you have it.
I think so. Let me just think about this a second. Cuts off. And it should just connect to the regular one without issue. There we go.
Nice. How's your brain feeling, Rick?
Slightly more satisfied. What's this? Start reconstructing mysterious file in Orpheus.
I'm not sure what this file is.
It's not part of Sarabai's memory archives. And the timestamps are completely broken.
I think I could reconstruct it if I had more data.
Good news for you, 1K. More puzzles.
Hooray!
You always love puzzles, 1K.
Hysteresis. What does hysteresis mean?
I love how 1K is canonically a puzzle nut.
Phenomenon in which the value of a physical property lags behind changes in the effect causing it.
So basically a delayed cause and effect.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's like the thing where it's like, oh, if the sun disappeared, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes because the light reaching us has a delay from the actual status or brightness of the sun.
Yeah.
I think the example they give on Google is when a magnetic induction lags behind the magnetizing force. So that would be saying that, yeah, like eddy currents are created after the movement of the magnet that caused them instead of, like, in time.
I am not sure if that counts because due to the way light travels, events are considered to happen when we see them happening.
But they don't. It's just the ability to observe or measure them travels at light speed. That doesn't mean that they actually happen.
But they
depending
do,
on the light
for all
speed.
intents and purposes.
Yeah, well, for all intents and purposes, doesn't necessarily mean that it is literally true.
Oh, did the bot just crash?
Bot crashed.
Bot died.
Bring it back. Discord bot.
Yeah, chat says, really mind-bending thing is that if the sun vanished, the Earth would continue orbiting until the light arrives. Yes, because gravity waves also travel at the speed of light in normal space-time. It is, information travels at the speed of light. That is the... Was it the fifth state of matter, is information? Or is that a state of energy?
I don't think information is an energy state or matter state. There's like a very specific physics definition of information.
One thing people don't understand is that if the sun turned into a black hole, nothing would fall into it because it would have exactly the same mass and gravity.
What if it turned into a black hole the size of the sun?
If it turned into a black hole, the mass of the sun, then it would be no different than the sun, other than just being dimmer.
like the diameter of the sun. Black hole, diameter of the sun.
Okay, the point of a black hole is it has no diameters. It has a diameter of 0.
But there's an event horizon, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if it's the size of the sun, that'd be like a supermassive black hole.
Okay, I guess that's the question then. What would the mass of a black hole be if we define it as having the event horizon of the sun? The event horizon diameter is dependent on the mass. Let me see this.
hold on a second, I'll be right back.
The event horizon of a black hole can be calculated using the equation radius equals 2 gravity mass divided by the speed of light squared. So,
A black hole of the mass of the sun would be just 3 kilometers across.
okay, but what if a black hole that had the radius of the sun, which is 696 kilometers, 696,000 kilometers? So 2gm over c squared equals r. Mass equals r c squared over 2g. So
Okay, let's...
Fox says, I wish I was smart enough to follow this conversation. Look, it's literally rocket science. Don't worry yourself.
What's rocket science?
It's literally astrophysics.
What's astrophysics? Ah!
That's interesting.
Sagittarius A, the black hole at the center of the galaxy, is only 7.5 times the size of the sun. So a sun-sized black hole would be pretty fucking big.
Pretty fucking big is not what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
235,294 times the mass of the sun, I think.
Hold on. Trying to get the right number here. Alright, 4.593 times 10 to the 32 kilograms. How many solar masses is that?
I feel like we're procrastinating from the puzzle at hand.
We're looking at about 250 times the mass of the sun. Which is actually not as much as I thought it would be. I thought we'd be looking at several million solar masses. No, it's 1.988 times 10 to the 30 for the regular sun, and then for our black hole sized
250? You're sure you haven't dropped a few orders of magnitude?
No, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 4.59 times 10 to the 32 for our sun-sized black hole, and then for our sun-sized sun, it's 1.98 times 10 to the 30. So it's about 2.25. So yeah, when you hear the song that's like, Black hole sun, won't you come? You can then be like, black hole sun would be 225 times as big, or as massive as the normal sun.
All answers I am finding online are 1,000 orders of magnitude higher than what you said, Miller.
Hmm.
Goes
236,000 times the mass of the sun seems to be the right number.
and wash away me. That goes sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Pretty sure whatever I do here, it has to be symmetrical, or it's not going to work at all. there any way that I can align it even more along the track here?
What if you try what tried at the end of last stream? Which was my gonzo solution.
That's not actually going to reach the red one, no. Issue. Okay, let's try the gonzo solution. I don't think that can cut it off directly from the red beam. It doesn't cut it off from the red beam.
That was not what you did yesterday, I don't think.
No, the problem with what I did yesterday was that it didn't really work. I do that to cut off the blue beam. But it doesn't restore the blue beam. Did that do it? I guess I did it.
He did it.
All right. I think if you find one more, we can make this work.
It'll probably just turn out to be some old README file someone forgot in there.
Always the optimist. They just have these.
I saw a video using a variant of my solution, so I guess in general it's about moving the connectors with the pillars, but there are multiple ways to do it.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I need to open several gates.
Now this one gave me a headache.
I need to open several gates. Several gates. Okay, that opens that emitter. What does that do for me? Okay. That opens the blue emitter. the only one that I can see from here. And here, it's the wrong ones. So what if I cross them? If I cross them, they're gonna collide. So... Okay, so it wants me to do something where these switch back and forth so that they don't collide in the middle. Oh, that stays up. I got it now.
What was the title again?
Step by step. Step by step. Day by day. That emitter is still going. Just that connector that is.
Burr, this cat can't do no.
Can't turn off the emitter.
BRB again.
And we make them cut each other off. What if?
All right.
I can switch them this way. How do I get it there? Guess if I cut it off earlier.
Hello, Stoker.
Hello, Stokes.
Hello, Stoker.
Hey Stoker,
We're in-
how was the concert?
By principle, this can't be Talos.
Griffin Talos?
We cut it off earlier. Okay.
It was fun. It was it was part concert thing, part goofy band lore because Ghost loves its silly lore. So yeah, it was fun on the whole.
Doesn't cut it off any further.
So how's everybody else doing?
Doing pretty
In the
good.
chat
I'm
tonight.
okay.
Glad
Still
to hear
dealing with
that.
the heat wave, but doing good.
Yes, the heat wave.
Oh, my headset arrived from VR chat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice knowing you, Rick.
Yeah.
We'll have to,
I'm-
starting tomorrow. We're not going to see him until next year.
I'm
I
sure
don't
y'all.
think that's actually going to happen. It does give me a headache. I'm hoping to do it enough until the headache goes away. But I'm going to need to like build up my neck muscles because that's probably what's doing it.
Nah.
I'm sure y'all are gonna eventually suck me into this.
Not me, but I am curious something. I'm pretty sure, like, when I'm an old man, I'll probably be looking to it. But not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, though.
When you're an old
Well,
man,
I'm-
you're going to have holodeck technology.
Yeah.
And that
Wow.
will be the end of civilization as we know it.
I'm just not really, like, into VR at the moment. I tried it a couple of times, but it really didn't really rub me, honestly.
I feel like that's got to be a sci-fi concept, right? Is like the pleasure machine, and that as soon as a civilization invents something that just directly interacts with their pleasure centers, they just stop. They just can no longer do anything useful. Feels like we're on our way to do that with either some kind of Neuralink or holodeck thing.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for you to give me the downside.
You get poked. No. People in VR can poke you with their real VR fingers now.
I'm still
Yeah,
waiting for you to give me the downside.
I could poke you with my wingers.
That's my downside, Stoker, not yours. I know.
How's everybody
People-
doing in the chat tonight?
VR will find a way to make me ticklish again, and I'm gonna say no. No, chat, no.
You do that, GC.
No,
There's a
seriously,
way-
like,
needs to be a way to cut this off here.
one thing that did definitely impress me though when I was playing VR one time is the details outside of certain video games. Like, they put a lot more creative details into, say, for example, Resident Evil 7 in a house, haunted house. I was really amazed at just the lamps and the tables and the little things that were on the table that you could touch. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Now this
Oh, I
is the
think-
first step here. It's just...
So I got a lot of games coming out soon too I want to try out, and that's going to take up some time. But thank God I'm not playing World. Yeah, but luckily I'm not playing World of Warcraft anymore, so they get all the cheesy love.
Cheesy love.
reason this doesn't work is kind of that angle. One does work because it's kind of off that angle. I feel like I should connect to something else.
Paradox says, in my experience, one of three things happens that
I
start.
send the emitter beam elsewhere.
You either get try it and never try it again, try and get hooked, or to become a femme cat boy and get a boyfriend within a week. GG.
VR done do that to you.
VR making femme cat boys real.
GC walks into VR chat and says, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Immediately, femme cat boys me.
It do be that way sometimes.
And suddenly you look down and you have programmer socks on.
And I just let out a big, huge sigh, and I'm like, I saw this coming. You did it to yourself, GC. The curious has got the cat.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. That's how you done get got.
You know, I have to admit, that is probably a leading cause of some of the things in my life, but I am not ashamed of it.
Curiosity?
Yes.
I mean, it's on brand.
Yes, it's on brand with the cat. Too cat, too curious.
Already talked about the thing with Roger Corman and the Fast and the Furious, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Would have been remiss of me if I had not.
You know, I know we talked about a lot of nerdy things, but I know I talked say how much I'm like obsessed with Animal Packs, but there's so much spoilers. There's so many spoilers, though. That's the problem. And a lot of people, I don't think even read the Turtle comics, honestly.
I am so close to the solution here.
I would offer my assistance, but I don't know what the hell you're doing. Therefore, I am content to be useless. as I so often am.
That's okay. We just like you for your company.
Just like me.
That's one of the nicest things you've said in a while. Golly gee willikers.
Oh yeah, Stoker wasn't here when I said this, but I found out why they include the Punisher in the fighting collection.
And why is that, Gamathan Cobra?
That was actually Capcom Marvel's first collaboration ever. I didn't know that.
Did it just not get released in the US or something?
Correct.
That's weird.
Of course, there's a very good reason why it didn't come out in the US. I found out, and everybody's talking about it. They're not going to show the splash screen. They're wondering, where it basically literally shows Frank Castle's family getting shot down.
Oh, is that all?
And then it shows Frank Castle say, "If you're a criminal, you're dead," and shoots the screen.
I mean, feels like they could have just taken that out of the US release if that was an issue, but I mean, though it's kind of like Batman. Doesn't everybody know that's where Frank Castle came from at this point?
I don't know, but I also amusingly found out that Japan really did love the Punisher arcade back then. So,
Oh, there you go.
so two birds with one stone. I'm saying.
Two birds and both stoned.
Is that do
Yeah.
it? No.
But no. Everybody's like, we don't care about the Punisher. We're worried about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Come on now. And this is, of course, not that I'm complaining.
But it almost does it. I think I can work with this.
I'm just excited to finally play Children of the Atom again.
That one is pointing to the wrong one. But the laser is there.
So I can clearly tell now Capcom is trying really hard to get Psylocke to be the Marvel equivalent of Chun-Li. Judging from that poster alone.
I mean, she's got the thighs for it.
Yeah.
Well, almost. I take that back. Nobody but Chun-Li's got Chun-Li thighs.
Really? I thought Cammy had almost the exact same thighs.
She's a lot slimmer.
Yeah. Chun-Li's thighs be thick.
Hmm. I guess we're looking at the difference between like a between a double quarter pounder and a bubble bass order.
Double quarter pounder? I hardly even know her.
And of course, everybody can't forget about Cammy's thighs and butt.
That is weird.
I sure can't.
I mean, I'm sure everybody memed that cat stretch she does in Street Fighter 6 at this point.
That shuts off. Oh, it's because the blue gets onto it. Okay. No, it doesn't. I don't get it.
Did you just find this out accidentally?
Huh. The problem is that the beams are connected to the wrong thing. Now. I'll be right back again.
Okay.
Whoop. So chat, which of you have been in VR chat, and what have your experiences with it have been?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I know Flo says that they got a cat girl girlfriend when they got into VR chat.
Aw. Living the dream.
That thing does things to people's brains.
I wonder if there is like a study you can do on that of whether the way that people react to and act in VR chat is something similar or a like different kind of version of like phantom pain or something like that.
Well, people do report getting like the phantom sensations from VR chat, I've heard.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, you know what? I started getting that the other day.
Really?
Not in my hands or body or anything, but it was somebody was like touching my face, and maybe it's because I already feel the pressure of the VR headset on my head, but like I was like, oh, I kind of feel that.
That's wild.
That is wild. I don't know what you're talking about.
Talk about phantom sensations from VR chat.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one
That's
thing
the
that
weirdest thing.
you know, there is one thing I'm curious about with VR chat. How badly does memes flood on VR chat?
I mean, it depends what kind of people you run around, right? If you're going into a lot of public worlds, then yeah, something like you did Knuckles is gonna spread like an infectious disease.
Oh god, I'd forgotten about that one.
I remember when Mousely became very popular, I heard that basically that was flooding VR chat. In a very obnoxious and annoying way, though.
Yeah. But again, it just depends who you run around. I don't think any of the people we've interacted with so far, like Rick, Jonas, and I, and Crystal and such, I don't think that they would be like that.
No. But good. I was thinking, like, people could just jump into your chat and be like, Leon, help! Or something like that.
It's a little
people-
bit less chaotic than that.
Huh.
Yeah, people can't join your... They can't join your, like, instance that you're in unless you invite them.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a public world. Like I said, if you're
Yeah.
the kind of person who hops around public worlds, that might be more of a problem.
Yeah.
Where everyone's
Yes.
trying to be the main character of the day.
Yeah. So it's basically like a form, but VR. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way of
Still
describing
doesn't
it.
help. I've just made a Star Trek symbol.
The Federation? No.
A Star Trek symbol. It's called a chevron.
Oh, it's sort of like a chevron.
Excuse you, it's Chevron gas with Techron.
And I feel like I was so close to a solution here, and I cannot figure out what single piece I'm missing. You know what? This puzzle over here.
I just solved the second set of gold door puzzles.
Congratulations, Frederick. But this isn't about you.
Flo says for the tingle sensations thing, feeling your head is pretty normal. At least I think so. I never get any other sensations, but I definitely feel it when someone is touching my head. It's really tickly. Yeah, I think there's probably something there of like you're already having pressure nerves in your head being activated, so it's easier to pretend that there's more feeling happening there.
Mm-hmm.
Like an ASMR thing, the way you're describing it.
And I say things, Rig.
Yeah, you can. I'm just teasing.
No, you're not allowed to say things. Go to the corner of silence.
Things.
Tyroy says, my strongest phantom sense is warm breath near my face. Again, like that feels like you're just sort of cross-referencing the heat coming off of your headset.
Oh god.
Suddenly my stream's video quality dropped to potato.
Oh no, potato.
Potato.
I know, potato.
Oh, potato.
It is
Yeah,
potat.
Oh, and... Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh,
I thought the bot died again and was Frederick disconnected.
no.
Mm-mm.
Why is he still here?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's still here.
I tried reloading.
Oh.
Paradoxical Otter, the only thing to keep in mind is that Twitch streaming yourself attending events is frowned upon. I don't intend to include anyone who isn't a willing participant. And you're all willing participants, right?
You know.
Right?
Well, I'm on the ship, so yeah.
Chuckles, I'm in danger. .jpg.
GC is about to die. He's like, have I already told you guys about Apex that dies? Or grape jelly sandwich. Or house pets.
Where am I going and why am I in this handcart?
I'm going down the hill. At the speed
Don't
of
worry,
light.
you're not going anywhere that Dante hasn't already been.
Oh, that's awesome! I love Devil May Cry.
He made #1 in Capcom Pose, didn't you know? Everybody loves Dante.
That's a joke. I've actually never played the Devil May Cry game.
Ah.
There
You're
was
not
that
one for
Dante's
action.
Inferno game, which is a bizarre idea.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's a bizarre idea even on paper, but then in execution, it's literally just a God of War knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
But
with
that's what
way
makes
more...
it even more bizarre.
Yeah, except with way more penises than God of War has.
Which is weird, because God of War already had a lot of penises.
Well, it didn't have visible ones. It was implied penis,
I guess
which is also the name of my band. But we are implied penis. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Humans have a sort of a ability to feel when there's something close behind you. I'm pretty sure that it's been shown that is your hearing. You are hearing ambient sound all around you. And it sounds very subtly different when you're standing next to something solid that's behind you.
I could believe that.
I sort of go with the Avatar approach, where they show that if you're very anxious, you can basically detect a fly behind you, just because of how they're flying behind you.
Flying bastards.
I mean, I'm like that too with flies. Like, I'm like, I can detect the fly behind you just by the wind, and sometimes I'm like, I reach behind you, I'm like, you little bastard.
GC's like, I am not having your bullshit today.
It doesn't work all the time, but man, I'm just like somebody's in the room with me kind of deal sometimes, and I just sense it.
I'm almost positive this beam needs applied with something else. There isn't anything else. It would need to be something between this pole right here and the emitter.
What?
There's nothing here.
I admit that this puzzle took me like 2 or 3 hours to solve.
Aha! You admit it!
Well, we have exactly 40 minutes left.
You can do it. I believe in you. And if you can't, then just give up.
Let me try something.
Ow.
I need to on the other side.
When you get like a tiny little random itch and you're like, ow, is there a bug biting me or something? And it's just like, no, it's just your body testing to make sure your nerves are still working.
Man, Joe just goes back to the thing. I gotta gush about why I love Yellow so much. Just so that he understands why it's like that. I mean, just like how you were with Sally Acorn. But one thing I could say, I don't understand why she's not as popular as she is at the comics, because they did an amazing job creating her, and I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand it.
Maybe she's just not as well known because she wasn't part of the cartoon. Because that seems to be where, like, the most people know the Ninja Turtles. Like,
Yeah.
way more people saw the original cartoon series and, you know, all the other various cartoon series that they've done over the years than any other version of, I nearly said MLP, TMNT.
Wait,
But what most people know, probably know by now, it's all over the internet, is that she's basically supposed to be Raphael's girlfriend. But if you read the comics, there is a ton
there is a
more...
MLPTMNT.
No, Frederick.
No.
I mean...
There's a Batman
wouldn't be-
TMNT, but that's the wildest one I could think of.
I mean,
it's
I
still
could
in, by the way.
see MLP TMNT,
I could.
and in the era of crossovers, it would be NBD.
That doesn't help.
Hee hee hee.
Tee hee hee. But man, if I ever get to talk a full story about it. But the thing is, though, the comics go into so much more details, especially her micro series, which introduces the full story to Aelbex, which is something I recommend for everybody to want to know more about her. But yes, the comics actually go through an amazing, detailed story for her on her solo series, and that's when I said, "Holy crap! Why is she not this popular?"
Yeah.
The Batman one. The one where he goes, here's where my parents died, Raphael.
Alright. I've never been completely sure. That's photoshopped, right?
I think so.
Because, I mean...
Because also I'm pretty sure it started with, this is where my parents died, Parappa. And then Parappa's just like, this is where your parents died.
I mean, they made that Batman comic with Elmer Fudd and the others.
Yeah, okay, but that was intentionally cracked.
Intention.
That was just them taking the shit.
Yeah, like, that was an era where they were just doing all kinds of bizarre things with cartoon characters. That was the era that gave us, like, the dramatic Flintstones and, frickin', Southern Gothic...
Snugglepuss?
Yes, Snagglepuss. I was about to say Southern Gothic gay dandy Snagglepuss, which is not that far removed from his original characterization, if we're being completely honest, but...
And to top it off, one last thing I gotta say about one of the things that shocks me as well, I know how popular Renamon is, but how many popular ninja foxes have we had, female ninja foxes actually have we had over the years since our childhoods?
Well, again, the thing I keep coming back to over and over again is that you're always going to get more exposure as a cartoon character than you are as a comic book character. Like, that's just... if she ever makes it into one of the animated shows, you can expect to see her popularity jump up.
Or if they do another one of those like CGI movies and she's in it, absolutely, that she will then be popular.
But like, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that she deserves more attention and popularity. She's a great design. She's a cute character. She's a good girl. She needs her pets. But it's really gonna be dependent on her being in a medium that gets her more exposure.
That's a fair
And you, Stoker, know all about female characters getting more exposure.
It is my brand. See, the advantage that Sally has is that she was a cartoon character first before she was a comic book character. Even though technically the comics were on the stands before the cartoon debuted because the vagaries of publishing. But
that's a good point too. I didn't know which one she came on first when that came out.
Yeah, no, the Archie comics were an adaptation of the Saturday morning cartoon. They were based on the cartoon, but because of the development schedules, the comics were out on the stands before the cartoon was on the air. And as a result, not only do a lot of people think that the comics came first, but also the early comics were very different in style and tone from what the Sat-Am ended up being, because they were working with, by the time they hit publication, they were working with what was an outdated show Bible. A lot of things changed before the Sat-Am got on the air, but... yeah. That's one of Stoker's special interests. We all got 'em, 'cause we're all nerdy.
Nerdy, dirty, 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 nerd.
Well, I mean, I'm nerdy, and I'm dirty.
We're just nerds.
Yeah, they certainly did something to these connectors to make them... make their physics less choosable. I certainly don't appreciate, because I like choosing things.
Yeah, cheese is delicious.
We're all automatons now.
You are
We are, in
all
fact,
my
all
children.
Caucasian, therefore we find cheese delicious.
God, it's so true, isn't it?
You can't cheese it that way. I tried for a while.
Here we talk about cheese, and Frederick talks about cheese now.
Well, I mean, he's Italian. You know how it is.
Cheese goes on pizza.
That's true.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna have a pizza party this weekend. I can't wait.
Are you? Congratulations.
Yeah, her sister's coming back from her job. She's going to be looking forward to that pizza.
I
And
can
it just
imagine.
suddenly gets bumped off. Okay.
But one of these days, because I don't want to spoil anybody, but I might talk about one of the reasons why, like, where my popularity for Aerobics just basically spun from the comics, but it has something to do with her and Shredder. And I said, this has got to be a thing in the future.
No, sir. I don't like it.
No, sir, I don't like it. Not at all.
No, sir, I don't like it.
That thing? That, I don't like that thing.
So, Mr. Horace, how'd you feel about that fall?
No, sir. Didn't like it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ladies and gentlemen of America, I didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. Those two boys playing video games, calling themselves grumps and doing impressions of me. Didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit.
Danny and Arnold? No.
Stan, the man Stan? Nope.
It's not driving me crazy. And of course, as with all of them, the solution is probably incredibly simple.
I mean, that's always how it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Once you know how it is, you know it's simple.
Always easy when you know what the answer is.
Mm-hmm.
one reason why I do not like puzzle box toys. Because I feel like the only purpose of them is to like try and hand it to someone and be just like, yeah, try to undo these two hoops from each other. And they can't do it, and you're like, you little baby, you are so stupid. Look, I did this trick here because this thing is actually not this thing. Oh, I'm so much smarter than you. And it's like, cool, fuck you.
Else we'd
Do
have
you really
proved that
feel like
P
that
equals
about
NP.
puzzles?
I feel about that about puzzle toys. Because
mean
it's
like the
usually that there's some part of
horseshoes
it
and
that's
the-
lying to you.
Well,
Well,
lying is a bit of a stretch, but...
Think
I don't
about
know,
that,
there's-
like puzzle games, because the point of a puzzle game is that you're supposed to figure it out. I feel like the point of a puzzle toy is that you're supposed to show off to somebody who doesn't know it that you do know it.
I can
And that
kinda
sort
see where
of
you're coming from.
prideful aspect of it annoys me.
I can kinda see where you're coming from. But on the other hand, it makes me feel so smart. And Miller's just like, yes, Stoker, you are exactly what I'm complaining about.
I don't see what else I have to work with. Feel like I need to go back to the drawing board here, but... do this the regular way again. Yeah, that's what makes this Star Trek chevron.
Can't wait to solve the masochistic puzzles in Talos DLC so I can go play with the masochistic bosses in Elden Ring DLC.
You may have a problem there. Speaking of games with masochistic bosses, does anyone know why there's been a sudden explosion of horny art for
Vicar Amelia?
Vicar Amelia from Bloodborne?
Nope.
Like,
I think it...
every now and then there'll be just like a particular Rule 34 trend that just comes out of nowhere, and it's all over my timeline, and it's her turn now, and
Yeah.
like, I don't mind because, I mean, would, but I just... Who started this?
She was always popular. Maybe someone just started a resurgence after hoping for a port.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it was literally the kind of thing where one person drew her and everyone's like, oh yeah, that character exists. We like that character.
She activates the neuron. And I mean, yeah, she is a heckin' cutie, in her way, but...
In her way.
Like, listen, I fully understand that it's not to everyone's tastes, but
Look, if she rips me apart, that's just part of the coitus.
it's foreplay.
The scratches are consented.
I mean, she even has a blindfold thing going on, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, she's got like a wedding dress that includes a blindfold, and there's some lore there about not having the ability to control her own body.
Yeah, no, see, like, listen, you pull shit like this on people, you can't be surprised that they can't behave themselves.
Haven't had any new ideas in like 30 minutes.
Well, we are, oh, no, we're not, actually.
I had an idea right now. Say, Frederick!
What?
I was waiting for that. That's always the response, just what?
Okay.
Cracks me up, man.
To look like.
See, the thing is, if I was playing this game, I probably would...
I am a bit lost.
I was just saying, if we needed help, I'd just say, Frederick!
Yeah, GC's just being silly, Fed, don't mind.
Yeah.
You mean GC's being GC?
Yes, that is.
He's a silly little boy. He's just a silly little guy. Just a silly little guy.
Well, silly little guys.
He's just a little guy.
I mean, Rick, Frederick, and Miller are pretty much the puzzle guys here, so.
I'm just a little birthday boy.
Yeah, birthday boy. I'm just the guy that punches the problem away.
Just Boxer says, do you get a big brain redeemed for Rick? I don't know if I'll be able to deliver. Wob.
Let me see.
Wob.
Just make a redeem that makes West's head progressively larger.
There you go.
Reminds me of one of those Simpson mini puzzles. Or mini games, I mean.
Do that. I can also do that.
Or that time this Homer's head explodes, like a balloon, and it revealed that Bart was telling the story. And he's like, okay, but I know funny. Caught me off guard, I laughed my ass off there.
Oh no, don't laugh that off. You might need it someday.
Uh-huh.
The wrong thing. Got some cycling going on over there, but I don't even know what's happening. It still doesn't. It still doesn't create a line to the thing that I need.
You know, the regular puzzles feel easier than Road to Gehenna, but the gold door puzzles are evil. So far at least.
I don't even know if it matters. These switches matter that much. So why are the switches here?
It's an excellent question.
Why would you need to close off one of the gates?
I will say that I found this puzzle's title actually misleading.
What is the title? Step by step. That's because there's staircases over there. What was I thinking of doing here?
Thought for a minute you were gonna be like, what was I thinking when I decided to play this?
That too.
This game is just like that. And then I and Rick will beat the DLC and buy the third game on day 1 too.
You maniacs. Maniacs! You blew it up!
God damn it, do I have the solution here?
Uh-oh.
Maybe?
Well, how does that make any sense? The red laser beams can also block each other.
Yeah?
But they're the
Other
same
thing.
color.
They're trying to melt each other.
I would like to say that I learned more restraint with backseating, but actually I am just too absorbed by playing the puzzles myself.
That's one way to keep your mind occupied.
Yeah, that's how I do puzzles too, unfortunately. You gotta do something right, you gotta do it yourself.
"10 minutes left, by the way."
Oh yeah, it is too. I forgot about that.
To live. I've made that joke a few times, haven't I?
Man.
I think I had a nightmare about this room tonight, actually.
Huh.
That's how you know it's a good game, when it's giving you nightmares.
That's your favorite type, Stoker.
I mean, yes, but... Can't believe you called me out like that just because.
Get out of my dream, Stoker.
And into my car? What?
Rick.
I still do not understand the purpose of the switch here.
Sony press conference excerpt.
Oh, it's so that you can't go back. Okay. And just keep doing it. You have to start over if you want to do it. Okay. But I can stop thinking about that as part of the solution to this.
Sorry, stop thinking about what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God, he's like a Zen master.
I forger.
I know you said I forgore, but the fact that it says forger, as in like a forgery, is very funny.
Frederick is confessing to having forged a whole bunch of artistic masterpieces currently on display in Italian museums, unbeknownst to the general public.
Bastard, I knew it!
He is actually the greatest forger of our time. He's just never been caught.
Wait,
Haven't you seen that one MR Bean movie about the Mona Lisa?
All I heard was something movie about the Mona Lisa.
Mean, haven't you seen that one MR Bean movie about the Mona Lisa?
MR Bean?
Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Bean! I really had to think about that. That really hurt my brain for a moment.
I miss Mr. Bean.
I was like, MR Bean? Is that the director I haven't heard of?
Thought he like misspelled MIB, and I'm like, wait, this is an MIB movie about the Mona Lisa? Like aliens made it or something?
Man, our brains just went all kinds of places except for the
Yeah.
correct ones.
Indeed they do.
Where did I put my...
Rick, where did you put your meh? Still thinking about MR Bean. Attorney at law.
Ray asks, "Gee Rick, how come you get 2 chin dies? He's been a good boy and his mom let him."
His mom said we had Chindy at home, and then she realized later that what they had was actually a knockoff, and she's like, alright, I'll get you the real one too.
Collar silly people.
So that's you to decide which one I'm referring to as the knockoff.
That one.
You're
That one
actually
over there.
incorrect.
Caspola.
It was in fact neither of them.
Tom Sawyer, you tricked me.
I've been painting this fence all day. Ray says the only way to solve this is for the 2 Chindies to make out.
Hi, Matt. Ow.
Still don't feel like I'm any closer to a solution here.
Well, you're closer than I am, that's for sure.
Best I got. Connect all of these, and then just try standing at beams in places. That doesn't work. That would work if red went to that side. No. Nope, not gonna do it. My brain is not braining it.
Oh,
Yeah, you've been at this too long. Your brain needs a break before coming back to this.
Yep.
We'll brain again tomorrow night. But until then,
I mean, I make no promises to brain tomorrow night, but
No,
there's
you
only
must
one...
bring your brain. I require it of you specifically, Stoker.
What if we spend the whole of tomorrow's stream on this?
I know you have one, Stoker. You keep it in a jar.
I do. I got it from Abby, someone.
How dare you?
Alright, there's only one person for us to raid tonight, and that is Slush Dog, because it is their birthday.
Slush Dog's birthday!
It's Slush Day.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness, and I didn't bring my special boots!
Well, wish Slush Dog a happy Slush Day.
Well, I want everyone in chat, when we go raid them, to go wish them a hippity hoppity happy birthday.
Okay,
Hippity
then.
hoppity hell yeah!
Happy Roku birthday. Let's do it.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right.